Hey guys, I'm Dominic, otherwise known as DD Blue Zero, and this is VIVR, Visually Impaired Virtual Reality. My goal for this podcast is to review one new VR game or experience per week in about 3 to 5 minutes. Of course, the plan is to review games as any other review site might do, but I will also specifically address issues that low vision players will encounter, or different styles of play that might make it easier for low vision players to enjoy the game. For example, if you have a best friend or a husband or a wife that's willing to sit with you and help you through, I explain ways that they can help you to enjoy the game a bit more and to get more out of it. So, about me, I live in Japan. I am a lifetime gamer. I have been gaming since I was, 6 years old on the Atari 2600. I am a huge VR enthusiast. I've tried Oculus Rift. I've tried the Samsung Gear. I've tried the Google Cardboard. I have a Vive myself, an HTC Vive. This podcast will focus primarily on the Vive because I like it the most at the moment. I'm not limiting myself to it, but for now, I like the Vive because specifically for low vision players, it gives us the ability to lean in close to certain things. If we can't see something, in many cases, because it supports room scale, we can just walk up and look at something. Bad news is if you're blind in real life, you're probably still blind in VR. But the cool thing is, if you can deal with it in real life, then you can probably deal with it in VR if you use the HTC Vive. So, a little bit about my vision situation specifically. I have ocular albinism and nystagmus. Nystagmus means your eyes kind of move in a way that you may not notice. I was born with these conditions, and my vision is roughly 2200. It is not correctable using glasses or contact lenses, but I do use a little monocular that helps me see far when I need to. And if I can get close to stuff, most times I can read it. So obviously your mileage may vary, but if this sounds like it's similar to your situation or to a situation of somebody that you know, maybe you should listen to the podcast. And if you have specific questions for me, you can always email at vivr@ddbluezero.com, and I'll be happy to answer them on the air if there's enough of them. Or if it's a quick question, I'll just reply directly. So, getting back to why I chose to primarily focus on the Vive. Now, with portable solutions like the Gear VR or the Google Cardboard, the issue for visually impaired users is, if getting closer to something it benefits you at all, that benefit is lost when using Google Cardboard or Gear VR. If you lean in an inch to try to get closer, the thing you're trying to see backs away conveniently 1 inch. Not only does it kind of drive you crazy when you're trying to get a better look at something, but it also makes it pretty much impossible to get closer to read something if you can't see it from where you are. But I digress. I just want to make one more thing clear before I end this episode. I don't get paid to do this. I do this because for me it's fun, and I think it's cool to be able to share information to help other visually impaired players decide whether or not they want to buy a certain game or even bother to try it. Obviously, my ability to do reviews is going to be limited by the games that I own or am able to afford at a given time, but as of right now, I still have a lot of experiences to review, so that shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun recording this. I look forward to just rambling on about games in the future. I hope that the people listening will find this useful and maybe even enjoy themselves. Thanks for listening, and I really look forward to doing some reviews. You've just finished listening to episode 1 of VIVR. Check us out on Facebook at VIVR Podcast or email us at vivr@ddbluezero.com.